Hello, everyone, and hello to all of our new teachers. My name is Alex, and this is just a short video guide for you how to make your schedule, how to adjust your schedule, how to conduct a class, how to deal with a platform, and a couple of other issues. But first, I will share my screen with you, and I will show you how to open the slots, how to add and remove them, and how you can possibly add the whole month, how you can track your schedule and such. So here, after you log in to your account, 1 second. Okay, here we are. So when you log into your account, you will be in homepage, our homepage. After that, you can scroll down and you can see your schedule. So here in the right part of the screen, you can open your calendar with start date. Let's say you want to open the slots for the whole July. You can check 1st of July and end dates 31st of July. And here you can select the days, and the time for the classes or slots that you want to open. Let's presume that you work peak hours. That will be, let's say, from 17 Beijing time. So you select all these times until 9 o'clock p.m. and just click submit. So these times are already open in my schedule. I will just go no here, but here you can see all times listed. You click yes, and it will appear on your schedule like this. So they're all booked, and you will see your open slots here. You can do that for every following month and for every day that you want to select, so you don't have to go and do that manually, like clicking on a slot and so on. So you can make your fixed schedule by doing this way. But if you want to add, for example, one slot on, let's say, Saturday, 9 a.m. Beijing time, you can just click on desired slot. You will see this pop-up message. Click yes, and you will be here with your available slots. If you want to remove something from your schedule, just click on it. What is open, of course, click yes, and it will be removed. So when you have your schedule, you can check whether your classes are booked or not. Usually classes are booked some days in front, 24 hours minimum in front, but maybe you will be booked with one urgent class or something. So you can check your schedule a couple of hours in ahead. If you start teaching at, let's say, 6 p.m. Beijing time, maybe you can check your schedule a couple hours prior, depending on your time zone. So when you wake up or when you go to bed, I usually check my schedule every time when I get up, and I'm 6 hours behind Beijing time. So that works for me because I can see how many classes I'm booked as soon as I get up. Not very often, but sometimes you will be added with the urgent class, but that won't be something that you can miss because probably you will be notified with message or something. But as I say, you can check your schedule a couple hours ahead. So if you start teaching, you have your fixed schedule from 6 p.m. You can check it, let's say, 4 hours before that, and you will see how many classes you have booked for that day. So that is regarding your schedule. What is very important is to know that you are working on fixed schedule, which means that all slots that you have opened will be first booked with trial classes, and after that, hopefully your trial lessons will convert to regular students. So when you teach your regular students, you have to expect that you're going to teach that student, for example, every Monday at the same time. So you can see your schedule in ahead, which is very convenient for you. You know what are your off days, what are your working hours, so you can plan ahead. But keep in mind that slots that you give in your schedule, slots that will remain with you. So that will be booked with your regular classes and you can't switch them later. Be very careful when you plot the schedule so you don't lose students, making confusion or whatever possible negative situation may come out from that. That is the schedule regarding and how you enter your classroom. So after the home button, you have the schedule button. You click on it, and here you can see the classes that you have been booked for that day. You enter, and you're here on this page, the next page, where you can see the center button. You enter the platform here. Here you can see info about the student. 1 second. So here you will see who is your student, the type of a lesson, what are you teaching, sorry, the name, and the level of a student. So this is very convenient for trial classes, of course, because you want to be prepared. But if you have a regular student, you will be teaching the same student with the same level, only number of lessons will increase. So you will be teaching from lesson 1 to lesson 22, considering that every set of lessons has 22 lessons in that course. So when you want to start the class, click on this button and see if you can enter the classroom 1 minute or 2 minutes prior to the class start time. So we are now entering the classroom. And here you are. So it is very important to remember to click start class button, but not sooner than, let's say, 1 minute or half of a minute before your start time, because when you're in classroom and when you click the start class, timer starts ticking, and then you are losing your time, actually. So every classroom is set to last for 38 minutes, which should not be important because you must finish your class somewhere between 25 and 29 minutes tops, presuming that you have back-to-back classes and you have to be on time for your next one. So let's see how to go around the classroom. First, when you enter, just set the time, see what is your time of lesson, and click the start button half a minute or 1 minute before. So you want to be there in your classroom to greet the students. When you click the start class, then you will be able to see the student. You can't see the student before that. And then you will be able to see all the tools here that you can use. So there are pen. First, what you can see in this tool is mouse cursor. This is very important. You're using this to click on everything that is interactive in a platform, sorry, in a lesson like this. So you can see what is happening in the lesson. Below that, you will see the pen, and you click on the pen when you want to draw on the screen, when you want to circle, when you want to point on something. Beside pen, you can use the laser pen, something that looks like this, and to point to your student what you want, or the tools like square and circle annotation tools. So this is all available only when you start class. I cannot start my class because I will lose it. The clock starts ticking. But when you start class, you can see all your toolbox here and what you can use as pointer or cursor to click on interactive object lesson, then pen to circle, laser to point with laser pen, and the spare box, circle box, and sorry, circle and such. So what is very important is to give trophies in your classroom and how you can do that. So when you start class, this is students video feed here, just below yours. And when you just move your cursor on this video feeds, you will see small toolbar of a student, and in that toolbar you will see the trophy, the pen that you can give to the students, the pen that you can take away from a student if student is doodling on the screen, drawing something, not focusing on a lesson, or student is changing the page of your lesson. So you don't want to do that because then you're switching back and front and you're losing your time. So just if you're dealing with someone who is using this tool to switch pages and draw and not focusing, you can just click on it and take away a pen from a student. Also, you can turn off the camera from a student or a student. You can mute the student and you can kick him out of a classroom, but that is something that you actually don't want to do because it is one-on-one class and you shouldn't mute or turn the video off for a student or kick him out of a classroom. If you do that, just bring the student back, and I will show you that in the next section of the video. So I will show you how to bring the student back. What is also very important is to check your audio and video settings before you start the class. How you do that is just go to this toolbar here and click on the setting icon. Sorry, let me just clear all of this. So here you will see the setting page. First is camera test. Now Zoom is using my camera, so I cannot be seen in the classroom because the other software is using my camera, but no other software should be turned on or used as well when you're in the classroom. So here you will be seeing your picture. If you see yourself properly, just click OK. If not, you must see what is the problem. Actually, just follow the tips here. It is very simple to use the classroom and very simple to adjust the settings. Below the camera is a speaker test. So what is your speaker? Select the right one, whether you're using headset or your computer audio or computer speaker, sorry. Just click on the right one and check it by pressing the green play button. Like this. So if you hear the sound properly, that's it. Next will be the mic test. And I will switch to the next one because it's making echo, but you can hear your voice and you can see this green bars moving. That means that your mic is working and everything is okay. You can start the class. So camera, speaker, and mic test is something that you maybe should do every day before you start the classes. So it is very important to perform this test maybe half an hour ahead of your classes. So if you have something wrong, you can fix it before your class starts. And if that's everything is okay, all of that is okay, click OK and wait for the time to start the class. So again, in the classroom, when you start the class, then you're available with your toolbox here, right here in this white bar. And when you want to reward the students, when you want to give the pen or to take away a pen from the student here, you must be on your students' video feeds and use the toolbar. So this is the first part of how you use the classroom, and be sure to follow the timer, which will be here, and to see what is the time that you have spent in the classroom. So you should not teach less than 25 minutes, but no longer than 30 minutes. Actually, it is advisable to finish your class somewhere between 25, 27, 28 minutes, but be sure to finish all of your slides and to be on your own time for your next class. So don't extend the classes and don't shorten them. If you do that, you will be penalized with $2, depending what did you did. So did you shorten it or extended it? But just check your time management and be sure that you're following the time management guidelines. When you're over with a class, so you click the start class button and you're now about to finish it, the time expired, all your slides are finished, you say goodbye to the student, then you click here again to finish the class. Then you will be on the next pop-up screen, like this, sorry. Okay, 1 second. Then you will be on the next screen and you must click OK on the class finished button. And then your class is finished, and then you have to go back to the platform here and check this class attendance status. So you have to change it from normal. Let's go back. Okay, so let's go here. So you have to change it from normal to finished. If you have taught the whole lesson, then you click finished and the class is completed. If the student was late more than 3 minutes, mark him late. And if you did not teach the class, then mark the student absent. So if you confirmed in your WeTalk chat group with the support that your student is absent and he did not attend the class, then mark him absent. This is how you change the class status. After each class, you should complete the class note. So enter the desired class, enter here, add class notes, and you will be here on this page. So your student was, let's say, Jason, and first what you need to do is to fill out the classroom performance. So if your student was performing great and you're satisfied and you had a good class with him, just go excellent, click on excellent. If he was almost there, but not so much, keep it up, you need more. If the student was struggling or student was doing something else, or he was not totally focused on the lesson, so just click need more. It is very important to fill out all of these carefully and don't just click on excellent by default, because this will help a lot to the parents to see what is their child doing in the class and how to help him. And it will help you as a child's teacher just for the kid to be prepared better for the next time if he was not. So headphones, sorry. So just click yes or no if the student had one or didn't. Posture, how he was seated, upright, leaning, disturbing the class. So if student was doing something else or did not want to participate, mark that properly. Had echo or distracted. So when you click yes, you will be presented with three options: eating, playing, and running. So if the student was distracted, just choose the one that is fitting the most to the description of what was happening in your class. So let's go back here, and here vocabulary. So just see if you can remember, or sorry, you have to remember what are the words that were used in the class and what are the keywords from the lesson. So what you can do to remember that is just to take a small note on the side while you're having a lesson. And for example, that you had transport lesson that we saw just a minute ago. So just go with, I don't know, the camper van, if that was a lesson, if that was a word pattern that was unfamiliar to the student, just go with camper van, click on it, tap it. Then you add more. Let's say it was flying saucer or truck, that is easy to type, and so on. So you can just line up the words that were new to the students and that you explained to the students. So sentences. The best way to properly remember and feel this part of the class note is just to take a note or remember what the student did wrong. They usually make mistakes with plural, singular, or what is the lesson about. So there are just some common mistakes that students are usually making, but to avoid being wrong, as soon as you hear in a lesson that student has made a mistake, you can just write it on a paper on the side or try to remember it. But my advice is to write it down or even in a short form, so you can make the correction here and you can type the sentence that was said wrong. For example, student said, he liked apple. So you type here, and here is the right sentence: he likes apples. So this is how you should fill in this part. And teacher comments. So this is the part where a lot of teachers struggles to fill in. So when you write down teachers comments, please don't just use these generic field here fields. You can click on whatever you want, but if you do that, because all of them have some specific points of problem in a lesson, is that vocabulary, pronunciation, or grammar not important. So you can use any of these boxes. Actually, you must use them if you want to submit the class note. So you just click on, let's say, confidence, and personalize that part. So if Jason was struggling to speak because of the confidence or because of the vocabulary range, use these boxes, but personalize it, actually explain how he was struggling, what was the problem, and you can encourage the students by giving an advice what he can do better in the next lesson. And actually you can encourage the student by saying what he did good in the lesson. So this is regarding filling up the schedule, opening the schedule, checking your schedule, entering at the classroom, using tools, and finishing the class and filling up the class notes. So this is about performing the class. What you should do every time before you have to teach some of the lessons that are new for you, especially if you teach trial lessons and you're a new teacher, you should go here. You enter your Ding Talk and sorry,